Androgenic alopecia. If you reference alopecia, you're likely to get slapped. And if you pronounce it alopecia, maybe you had it coming. Mispronunciation of medical terms. Let's get into it. What's up, everyone? Mike Molnar here. I'm an internal medicine doctor from Los Angeles, California, and I'm not proud of it, but I have had my fair share of mispronunciation of medical terms. Here's a few of the gems. So we'll start with the most egregious example. This is the one in the intro. Alopecia. Oh, that's so bad. This is alopecia. This is the term for, it's a generic term for hair loss. But I don't know why I pronounced it alopecia for the longest time. And no one ever corrected me. I was in, I think, definitely like my third year of medical school. We're probably rotating through dermatology or something. And I would read about alopecia areata, androgenic alopecia. And I never heard anyone pronounce it differently. So in my mind, that sounded correct. And of course, it's pronounced alopecia. But anyways, one day I'm talking to one of the residents saying that, oh, I'd like to do research in alopecia. There's not really a lot of great treatments for alopecia. Alopecia causes a lot of problems for people. And, I'd love to do a research project in alopecia, become an alopecia expert. Anyways, finally, the poor guy just had enough. He couldn't stand it anymore. And he just finally says, dude, it's alopecia. It's not, that's how you pronounce it, alopecia. Needless to say, I learned my lesson, but that's something that I'll never forget, and I'm a little embarrassed about it to this day. The next term I used to mispronounce all the time is bun. For example, I think this person has acute kidney injury, as evidenced by the bun of 55. Well, it's not bun, it's BUN. It's an acronym, stands for a blood urea nitrogen. It's one of the blood tests we use to monitor kidney function. But for whatever reason, when I was even into my third year of medical school, I was pronouncing it bun. And I don't think too many people would say it like that. And, kind of like alopecia, eventually it got on someone's nerves and I was corrected. So you should say this is a BUN of 55, not a bun of 55. Okay, so the next term isn't really a medical term, but it's something that's very pertinent to my YouTube experience. So I've been on YouTube, I think, over 10 years at this point. And in one of my early videos, I forgot what it was even about, but I said something was the epitome of music. It's just, this is the epitome of heavy metal music or something like that. What I really meant to say was epitome, but I just thought it was pronounced epitome. I had probably read the word, but hadn't heard a lot of people say it, and that's how I said it. Anyways, I remember this because hardly anyone ever comments on my YouTube videos, but believe me, someone took it upon himself to comment on that. Also accompanied by a big thumbs down for the video, saying, hey, it's pronounced epitome, not epitome. So that's something that I will also never forget. Anyways, back to medicine. A few other common mispronunciations that I hear. Maybe they're not that common, but one of them is a myocardial infraction. Ooh, looks like my light burned out here on the left, so now we're going with this nice little Rembrandt lighting. But it's actually myocardial infarction. That's the medical term for heart attack. Another one I just heard recently, I had never heard this before, metoprolol. We have a patient with atrial fibrillation. We're controlling the rate with 5 milligrams of metoprolol. That's metoprolol, 5 milligrams IV. So that's a really weird way to say it. It's usually pronounced metoprolol with the accent on the second syllable. Okay, that's it. That's a few of the commonly mispronounced words that I hear in medicine from time to time, and a few that I'm guilty of myself. And actually, I just thought of another one. So nevus, I used to say navis, melanocytic navis, until a dermatologist corrected me and said it's actually pronounced nevus. But a lot of this stuff, I mean, maybe we shouldn't get too worked up about it. It's like tomato. People are going to say things differently. It's not the end of the world. So if you enjoyed this video, here's another video you can check out here. If you want to hear more medical content, health science related content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.